Hey YouTubers. Alright, I'm making this video. I have a 2005 Suburban, and whenever I get fuel and take the gas cap off, fill up the tank, get back in the truck after I fill it up, and try to start it up, it just continues to crank for maybe like 12 seconds or so, and it'll finally start up, but it just cranks and cranks and cranks, and then once it starts up, it drives fine. The check engine light does come on, then it goes off and it comes on again. But I'm going to show you what the cause of that is. So if you go open your hood, most 2000 to 2006 Chevys will have this little cap on top. This is a 6.0, but it should be the same for the 4.8s and the 5.3s and the 6.0. Right here you have a, it's called the purge valve or the purge solenoid. And when the truck is off, this valve should be closed, okay? It has this tube that goes back to the gas tank. It goes back, it's for the emissions. So what happens is after you take your gas cap off and you fill up the truck, this valve is supposed to be closed when you start the truck, so it doesn't pull any air in. So this should be closed, because right here is your mass airflow sensor. This detects the amount of air that goes into the intake, okay? And what it does is air comes in through here, gets sucked in there, so it sucks less air in through here, so this meter will back off on the fuel, so it'll be hard to start. It's not getting enough fuel because it's pulling unmetered air in through here. So this valve should actually be closed when you start the truck, and it stays closed for, I don't know, 20-30 seconds or so, and then it opens up and it'll pull the vapor in from the gas tank and burn it off in the motor, so that doesn't get released into the atmosphere. So a way to test that, so there's this little clip here. You push that in, and then that pops off, and then you pull the plug off, okay, and then you start the truck, and you put your finger on top of here, and if you could feel it sucking in there, if you can feel it sucking down on your finger, or you put a piece of paper on there and you can feel it sucking down, then this valve is sticking open, and that's causing that hard start. So you can get these in any auto parts store. They're like, I don't know, 30 to 40 bucks. I just got a new one from O'Reilly. It was like 48 bucks including the tax, and they have a lifetime warranty. So if you get one, try to get one with a lifetime warranty, because they do go bad. So I got my new one here, and right out of the box, it's got this little cap on top here. When you get it out of the box, what you want to do is just put your mouth on that and suck on that and make sure that it's closed, because sometimes right out of the box they're bad. So you want to blow on that and suck on that. Make sure you can't get any air in or out of that, and that'll mean that it's good. So it's very easy to change. You just need an 8mm. There's a little 8mm bolt on the back. You just loosen it up. It comes right out. And this thing pops right out. You can see, I mean, there's nothing really that looks wrong with it, but it is sucking air through there when you first start the truck up. After, when the plug's pulled out, okay, it closes the valve. That means it's not getting any power. The valve only opens when it has power that goes to it. So if you pull the plug out and you're sucking air in, that means the valve is bad, because it should just stay shut all the time without that power connected to it. So what you want to do is just pop the bolt out, put it on the side there, and then pull the rubber piece off. You got your new one. Trying to do it with one hand. you got to put that rubber thing back on there. If that rubber thing's missing, and you bought the truck used, somebody probably already boogered with it and lost that, but you need to have that on there. And I don't know, maybe put some stuff on there. You don't have to, but it looks like it's a little wet down there, so I'm just going to see if it slides in. Should. Yep, just pops right down in there. Put your bolt back on. Don't over tighten it. First comes tight, then comes broke. So it'll just pretty much tighten. And you want to just slide that back on. All right, and then push the tab back so it locks in. Put your wire back on there. Make sure it clicks. And you can slide your cover back on. And that's it. So now when you get gas or take your gas cap off, the truck should start right back up, because now the new valve, I already tested it, the new valve will stay shut when you start it, so it's not sucking any unmetered, they call it unmetered air, or it's extra air into the intake, because it messes the computer up. The computer thinks that there's less air than there is, so it backs the fuel off, and the truck just, it's hard to start. It takes a minute to get enough fuel in there to actually start it up. So hope this helps. I've seen people at the pump with newer Chevys, like 07s and up, that are doing the same exact thing. So I'm probably figuring that they have some kind of valve like this too, the newer ones. So if you run into that problem when you fill up and the car doesn't start or the truck doesn't start, this is probably your issue. So please subscribe. Hope it helps.